So despite Ehrman's objections, one of the most remarkable characteristics of the New Testament documents and their various authors is that they offer a rich picture of Jesus, salvation, and the Christian life, which is, in all its diversity, is unified around the cluster of central themes and culminates the salvation historical story narrated in the Old Testament. So this just isn't a rose in this point in history. This is a continued narrative, and this has been written about by Michael J. Kruger in his books with Kostenberger, but also separately. I mean, the centrality of the early church seems hinged on these main points and the continuation of did the apostles understand that they were continuing Scripture? Right. And Kruger and Kostenberger seem to agree that they did.
Yeah, good. So first, then, it has to be demonstrated there are at least three integrated motifs, right, found in the writings of all the major New Testament authors, which are also foundational beliefs of Jesus and the early church. So the authors are suggesting there are at least three of these motifs that are found throughout the New Testament, and they're part of what Jesus believed and part of what the early church believed. Number one, that there's one God, right? So it's a monotheistic claim. Number two, Jesus is the Messiah and the exalted Lord. And number three, the Christian community has been entrusted with the proclamation of the gospel. So those three are the major things that, that the major themes then that, are common throughout the New Testament documents, right? Now, there are many other common themes, but these three are the major pillars, we might say, in the theology of the New Testament. Right? There's one God, Jesus is Messiah and exalted Lord, and the Christian community has been entrusted with the proclamation of the gospel. Right.
These are kind of the key starting questions that you want to do, especially if you're claiming roots in the Hebraic religion as well. So, the Shema, the one God, that's definitely Old Testament. The Messiah, that's also a claim found in the Old Testament, and that the Christian community proclaiming the gospel. Well, that's exactly what the Israelites were supposed to be doing to the nations at large. So these motifs, as they call them, is an accurate word because continuing on the Scripture tradition, being able to link it to the Old Testament, having the claims made by Jesus and the apostles and Paul and James and the like, they're not just suddenly arising out of nothingness. They draw from previous beginning points that were formed
in the Old Testament.
It's at least with Moses, and so that's why we are focusing on these three as well. So the second part is that the New Testament is unified in picking up the story narrative of the Hebrew Scriptures. Look at that. It's almost like I read this chapter a little bit before. These Scriptures bear witness to a God who created a good world and humans as the pinnacle of his creation. However, people turned away from God and fell into sin, a story we should all know by now, and judgment ensued, and the entire creation was negatively affected, but. I would say the Christian religion is the but God, or yet.
But God.
Hold on, there's more. But wait, there's more. Yet God, in his mercy, chose to bless and restore the world through the nation of Israel and continued on in the second Adam, which is Jesus.
Right. So there are at least these three main, motifs, right? That there's one God and so forth. And the New Testament is unified in picking up the story that the Hebrew Scriptures, right, the Old Testament had, right? So those are, those are saying that what we're looking at here, the New Testament is unified, right?